and it is quite unusual, to be honest, to be talking to a phone and not to be filming in the office. Let me play with the light. If I do it like that, can you see me better? Maybe not. I think it's fine like that. Anyway, I wanted to film a video for you, and I was thinking, why not to go live and maybe to talk to you. I will try to do multitasking, to film with my phone and hopefully to see your questions on my computer screen, because I still haven't figured out how to do it on phone. Uh, in this stream, uh, oh, it's interesting. I can see myself here and there. In this stream, I wanted to talk to you about my book, and I have posted several photos and a video from the presentation of my second book for ladies. The first one is called 7 Principles of the Brand Woman. The second book is actually called The ACE Principle of the Brand Woman. We have sold out the first book pretty quickly, and we had to republish it again this year. It was sold mostly in paperbacks because it's quite tricky to do ebooks in Russian-speaking market because Amazon is not big here, like Amazon Books. Anyway, so many our subscribers have been asking me why the chicken. They have seen photos from the presentation, and I will explain to you really quickly. I know that in English language usually you use chicken as a metaphor when you want to say that, okay, she's like a mother hen. In Russian language, you have something similar, but with my book, no, that's not that meaning. Also, in English, you can say that, oh, he has chickened out, or she has chickened out when a person is afraid to do something. Still not the right meaning for Ukraine. In Ukraine, pretty often people call women a hen or a chicken when she has done something stupid, something ridiculously stupid. For example, she has forgotten to show with the signal that she is going to turn right while driving. Then other male drivers can think that, oh, she is such a chicken or she is such a hen. So it is kind of offensive. So if you have seen the logo, it is basically written that don't be a hen or don't be a chicken, which can be translated into English like don't be stupid. So the book is about love. Both books are about love and relationship. And basically I'm asking ladies, I'm provoking ladies with the logo to be not stupid about their love choices, to be not stupid about their life choices as well, because we all know that where you invest your love, you invest your life. So this is a quick explanation. The book is really beautiful, and we have many beautiful designs there, many provocative pictures, and actually I did merge. So we did caps and we did shopper bags. So they're cute. You can carry your computer in there, and if you have watched the video from the book presentation attentively, you have seen that they're like beautiful red boxes, and you can subscribe to my personal Instagram. I will share the link, and the Instagram of Diolli.com company. We share lots of stuff there, many photos right from the office. So if you feel interested to know what do Cupids do when they are on duty offline from YouTube or when they are off duty, you can see it on Instagram. So we share lots of stuff with our potential clients to show them that we are real and we are human beings and what we are like, because I believe it is important to know whom you trust your love search. So anyway, if you have actually checked my Instagram or Instagram of Diolli, you have seen that we have created really creative custom-made boxes. Hi, Tony Garcia. And on the top of the box, it is written that the box for a pair of 2 good books. And the logo on the book is a shoe with a high heel. So we have played with it that these are shoe boxes. They are like bright red, custom made. And inside, two books. Ladies often buy them as gifts to their friends. And once you open it, you see this chicken logo, and basically the sign that don't be stupid about your love choices, which equals about your life choices. I'm already working on the book number three in Russian language. I have never thought that I will be maybe brave enough to publish my first book, and I was really surprised when the publisher got really interested in the stories that I was willing to share, and with all the attention that I got from readers, from press, and how quickly all the books were sold out, and all the emails and messages that I have received from ladies. I kind of knew that I have to write the second one, and with the lockdown, since we had less client in the city, I had more time to devote it to the second book. So I was really happy to share it with the world in June. Is your new book just in Russian or English too? The third book that I plan to write for women will be in Russian, since that's my audience. But I'm thinking about writing something in English for male audience. I have lots to share, lots of interesting stories. I see not much sense in translating my first two books into English. They're sarcastic, and you have to really get the Slavic mentality and Slavic sense of humor to understand them. And of course, I was thinking about translating it myself, but I would have to do lots of explanations, like for example with the chicken. So you really have to know the culture to understand it. I want to write something in English. I love English language. It is a beautiful one. So I think that I will start working on the third book in Russian, and I hope to present it to the world, to make it available till Christmas holidays. A gift to my readers, and I will be working on my English book at the same time. The first one, book in English, I have been a co-author in English in the book Secrets to Drama for Love a few years ago, but writing a chapter and writing the whole book is a totally different experience. And with the second book in Russian, I have been a producer of this book, so all the marketing, all the merch, I have created it myself. My husband has helped a lot. He has been like really supportive. Um, Writing a book and sharing it with public, it's a very emotional experience, and I'm happy to have it. The book presentation, I was worried about it. We didn't do the presentation with the first book for personal reasons, and then it was COVID, so the time was not right. And with the second book, I was super happy and excited to have a presentation, and I was so surprised that women from other cities actually came to Kharkov. They have traveled like from Kiev, from Chernigov, from Odessa, just to meet with me and to take photos with me and with the book. That's a totally new insane experience when people start talking to you, and they talk to you like they know you, and you start off thinking like, how do I know this person? And then you understand that she has read the book, but you have never met in person. But I loved every minute of it. It gave me lots of inspiration to actually start working on the third book. I see some questions. Oh, hi, здравствуйте, Svetlana. I just saw you live on YouTube, wanted to say hello to you. I must say, I'm very impressed with your book event. Very well done. Thank you. I was really happy with the event as well. And all the people who have traveled to meet me. On my second book, it is written that it is a book for beautiful and smart women and adventurous, brave men. So, if you have watched the video attentively, there have been men there. So, men are reading, Russian speaking men are reading my first two books as well. I have some really um, good fans, I would call them, people who really like my sense of humor, who understand it, and my readers, they are truly the best. I'm very, very happy to have them. Yes, please write one in English. I would love to get an ebook version of your book. Like I was telling already, I'm thinking about writing a new book targeted for male audience in English, obviously. Um, because sense of humor in English and also like the mentality it is different. But of course, I want to play around with Slavic mentality, and I love English language. It will be a challenge for me. Like Russian and English language and Chinese are my favorites. Oh, I have forgotten to praise German. I like German as well. But no thinking about writing books in German yet. So in English, yes, I definitely want to write something in English, and I have lots of ideas. I just need time and space to achieve it because I'm a full-time matchmaker, and I have my duties, Cupid duties with my clients, and duties with my YouTube community, because I'm not sure if you have noticed, we post at least 2 videos per week, and trust me, it requires lots of work and patience. So we also have another channel in Russian language for ladies, and since our psychologist had a baby, she can't be filming as often as she used to, so I had to film videos for that channel as well now. Well, at least I can't do 2 videos per week. So lots of filming, lots of content creating, and of course, lots of recruiting the ladies, interviews, and spreading the love. I've got so much inspiration and so many ideas, like notes that I want to share in the upcoming books. I'm excited. And after the second book was published, so many ladies have been asking, like, when will I write a real novel? Because both books, they are like short stories about dates, about failed dates, about happy dates, why some stupid mistakes have prevented this or that woman or this or that man to make the right choice and to end up in a happy relationship, to finally find healthy love. So some in the second book, I have played with format a little bit, and some stories were longer, others were shorter, and now my reader, they are asking about a full-length novel. I'm still thinking about that, but I like that idea a lot. So who would have told me like 10 years ago that I would be a YouTuber and publishing author? I probably would have never believed that. 10 years ago, I was really passionate about starting, I had a dating agency. Wow, I have been in the dating industry for almost 13 years already. That's a lot. All right, another question. Apart from writing, do you have any other creative projects? Ooh, trust me, being a full-time matchmaker is a really, really creative process with all our interesting clients, and we tend to get more Russian-speaking clients like Slavic men with whom we work, local matchmaking and international matchmaking, of course. Um, Except from books, like I have told you, we have created merch. So now we can buy a cap with it, chicken logo, and a handbag, and a shopper bag as well. So maybe we will do 2 t-shirts, something like that. I'm still surprised that women want to be part of that community, like wearing that chicken logo, claiming that she's not stupid about her love choices. So that's a creative experience. Producing like high quality merch, it was like a challenge. Not like a challenge, it was a challenge, but an exciting one. And I also write a blog in Russian for women, also about their stupid love choices. So basically, I share short stories, and it requires lots of time, but I love that. And we have some wonderful discussions in that blog. We do it on Telegram. Looking forward to your book in English, and of course with your signature. You are famous, your videos are super duper amazing, and I take a lot of inspiration and I learn a lot from them. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I love YouTube. It has started like a fun hobby, apart from matchmaking business, because I'm sure you know that most of our subscribers on YouTube, they are not our clients, and we share free dating tips and advice basically here. Though of course I love this channel because it helps us kind of filter people who end up being our clients. because it is okay that not everybody will share my vision about relationship and about international dating, but people who choose us, they do it for all the right reasons. And I can honestly tell that all our clients, they are amazing, they are romantic, they are adventurous, they are brave, they are not like the rest of the world, because international dating lovers, they are truly unique. You have to be truly crazy in a good way to be willing to participate in a romantic adventure that can change your love life forever in your life. Because, like I have mentioned at the beginning of the stream, the motto of Diolli.com company is where you invest your love, you invest your life. Good night, Mrs. Svetlana, and have a nice time. Thank you. As to other creative projects, a book in Russian language, the third book, and a book in English. It will be a totally new experience for me, but I really, really want to do that. Also, this year we wanted to do a repair in our office and we wanted to do something new, but with the lockdowns and with the book, I was kind of busy to do that, and hopefully we will do it next year. I hope so. Also, right now at Diolli, we have second psychologist. She is still learning how to be a Cupid psychologist, but we will soon have two full-time psychologists, Alessia and a young girl. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Guys, it will be very interesting for me to know where you're all from. So if it is not that difficult for you, please write where you're from, maybe country or city, so that we can all get acquainted and we can all learn how international, how truly international our community is. UK, hello. I miss UK. I love going to London. I really wanted to see that new Harry Potter show in the theater, but when I was in London last time, all the tickets were like sold out in advance. And I have been to Royal Ascot. Love that. It's so unusual and very, very unique and very, very different event from what we are used to in Eastern Ukraine. USA, love United States. I have a crazy idea that next time I travel to the US, I will actually try to plan the meeting with our YouTube community. It will be interesting to see if people will actually show up to talk about international dating. So, if I will be in a big city, and usually I travel to New York when I go to the US, and maybe we will do a meeting. Who knows? Maybe we'll actually show up. And also, I want to go to the San Francisco area. My cousin lives there, and my husband has lots of family members there, and I have friends, ex-clients there, so it would be nice to go there. I have never been in that area. Yeah, The Cursed Child, it was a very popular show. I never got a chance to go before the pandemic. I have read it. Like, I'm a huge fan of John Rowland, like Harry Potter. I have book stuff over there, like in English, in Russian translation. I have read them multiple times. I love fairy tales, like reading fairy tales. So, The Cursed Child, yes, that's the one I wanted to see, and we end up watching, I think, Lion King or something like that. So I was naive to think that I can just like buy tickets 2 days ahead. People have bought them like months ahead. Where did you get inspiration for writing a book? I have started writing articles in Russian, and I was sharing them on Facebook, on Instagram, and they were like reposted many, many times. I write in quite a sarcastic manner with lots of humor, and I love telling that my books are not for everyone. You have to be like truly smart and beautiful, and by beautiful I mean both inside and out, brave. Yes, and you also have to be adventurous to actually get that book, because so often people recognize themselves in stories, not in the sense that I have written a story about this person, but people tend to fall for similar dating mistakes, like so often. So usually after an article or after a book, like 20 people text me that, oh, that story is about me, or it is about my sister, about my colleague, about my ex-husband, ex-boyfriend, or about my wife, etc. So I was inspired by life, by our clients, by their dating mistakes, by the people I have worked with. I have matched interviewers over the years. Like for 13 years, I have been setting dates, and before that, I'm sure you know that I have been working as an interpreter at the dating agency, and I have translated so many dates. So trust me, I have watched so many dating mistakes, and I have watched them from the side. So it's one thing when you fall for dating mistakes, it's another thing when you observe. But it is interesting to combine all that knowledge, all that experience in two books now. Uh, so basically, inspiration was from people who were like pushing me, like you should put your articles into the book, you should do that. And of course, my family, like my husband, he's my biggest fan. He was like really supportive with this idea to write the book. So if you'll be watching this, thank you so much. But he almost never watches my videos. I'm an Australian in France, but my situation is somewhat different. Oh wow, Australia. We actually have two couples. They are engaged, and the first couple they got this fiance visa for the girl, and they have been dating for like almost 2 years before they got engaged. The other couple they have been dating for a year before the lockdown, and neither the gentleman or ex-client went because he is not searching anymore. Can't leave Australia, nor his fiance already has a visa issued by the embassy and the ring on her finger. She also can't enter Australia. So, ooh, I worry about these two couples. They are fantastic, and usually we have fantastic clients from Australia. I don't know what is it with Australian guys, but they tend to be so attentive to all the tips, and they have to be like really open-minded about all the cultural differences. So I worry about these two couples, but it is a nice challenge. Like you can truly check if your feelings are strong and if you are really ready to be creative about this situation, if you are ready to be optimistic, and if you are patient enough to wait while the borders will be open. And France. Uh, I wanted to spend my last birthday in France, and we have been planning for like a long time. And my husband has got the tickets, and then it was the lockdown, and the world has closed. So we have celebrated birthday at home, and it was still a fun event. I love France as well. I speak some French. Je parle un peu français. Thanks for offering a great service. Thank you so much. It can be a challenge because when emotions are involved, and it's such a touchy sphere, and especially gentlemen, they are seldom ready to admit that something is off with their dating choices, with their flirting skills, or their attitude to courtship, or their ability to court a woman. Women are, I can't say that are more flexible about that. That I have met so many people who are like very smart, very successful professionally, well traveled, but crazy stupid about their love choices. You are so beautiful, classy, and elegant. Oh, thank you so much. Nice compliments are always welcomed. I always tell my clients that on a date with a Ukrainian lady, if it is a date, she has to receive at least two good compliments per hour, unique compliments. And in Ukrainian culture, even if you're talking to a colleague, you also have to give a compliment. It's also part of the culture. And it won't be seen as a sexual insult, no. If you actually do not tell a proper compliment to a lady, she will think that your manners are off, or you're not that attentive, or maybe you're not into women. Uh, who are your favorite authors? Oh, I can talk about books for hours. I usually read about 80 books per year. I love Ayn Rand. She's a Russian author, but actually she lived and worked in the United States, like Atlas Shrugged, of course, Where the Living, The Fountainhead. So I loved her works. Mikhail Bulgakov, like Russian classical literature. My grandmother, she has been a teacher of Russian language and literature for more than 50 years, and I have spent lots of time with her. So, of course, Bulgakov, of course, Dostoevsky. Um, who else from classics? From Russian classics, Chekhov. From English classics in English, Dreiser. I'm a huge fan of Dreiser. Not so long ago, I have reread The American Tragedy, and I love it. From new novels, I love Shantaram. I dream to go to Bombay. I know that it is called Mumbai now, but still, I want to go there. Or what else I really liked? I recently have actually read the biography of Elon Musk mom, May Musk. I actually listened to that book. I usually prefer reading, but I have read that one. I was driving to another city and it was the whole drive. And she has such a peculiar accent. And later on, I have found out that she is actually from South Africa, but then she moved to Canada. So it was an interesting book from modern literature, what I have really enjoyed. And of course, sisters. I'm looking at the bookshelves over there, and yes, you can see there also Anne Rice, Interview with the Vampire, like my favorite books are stocked over there. And I have different literature. I even have Twilights over there. Actually, Twilight's, like that book said, it was a gift from a client maybe 12 years ago when it was a scene. So they are beautiful, so they stay there. Of course, they are not my favorites, hardly. Uh, about favorite authors. So pretty much that's it. Also, like recent books, I have really enjoyed reading Amar Levine Attached about adults attachment styles, and I highly recommend this book to all singles who are in relationship, and even more to those singles that are actually seeking for a relationship. So that book is a must read. Okay, dear Svetlana, I'm looking for Georgia's gorgeous Ukrainian girl. If you choose international dating for all the right reasons, not just because you hope to uh, get a supermodel as your girlfriend, because you find accents sexy, because you like exploring new cultures, adding new flavors into your relationship, and you like learning new things about different cultures, different traditions, you like adapting this cultural new cultural sense into your relationship and into your life, then you can do that. Of course, people always tell that the easiest thing is to travel to Ukraine and to meet her right in the street. No, nowadays people very occasionally talk to strangers in the streets. Unfortunately, it happens not only in the Western Ukraine as well, so we are getting more Ukrainian male clients who have like zero understanding where to meet people, because for example in their circle of friends they don't have any other potential candidates. So you can try online dating, just don't stick to paper letter dating sites. I know that they are easy because you just register there, you don't even have to fill in your profile and add decent pictures, and you will get lots of attention like from letters, but you have to understand that that's a game, and most of those letters are automatically sent to you with the system to encourage you to open them and start a correspondence and paper letter after that. So try to combine meeting someone online with talking to people offline, and of course online communication it should be just a part of your dating story, because talking to someone for a few months, that's not healthy. You will build unrealistically high expectations what this person will be like, and that person will build unrealistically high expectations about this date, so the real date won't manage to live to those expectations, even if it will be a good date. And of course, the easiest way, the easiest, it will be less time consuming and less stressful is to hire a professional matchmaker, because then the matchmaker will get dates for you and you will have just to show up and use all the dating tips with those ladies. You won't have to hunt for those dates yourself. But still, you can do online dating, any free dating site, any free app, even Facebook. Uh, what was the hardest part of writing your books? The hardest part was actually to publish it, especially the second time when I was promoting it on my own and when I was preparing everything. It was most. It was a creative part as well, because I know all kind of paper, and I have published my book on Italian paper. So people who know me, they know that I am like a control freak when it comes to marketing, and I love smart marketing and beautiful marketing. And when you write about the principles of the brand woman, the book can't be written on a really poor paper. It has to be pretty, not only the meaning of the book, but also like the cover and everything. So production, and also the biggest fear was that people won't read it, that people won't like it. I remember that after the first book was just published, and people have started to buy it, and especially like when bookstores have started to order it, and I have seen it like in almost all bookstores, especially big online bookstores, you see like that your paperback is there, and you start seeing that people share their thoughts about this book. And of course, then when lady have started adding me on Instagram and writing me that, oh, like I have read your book and I really want to say thank you to you about this or about that. Not so long ago, a lady, she's in her 50s, she has bought this book to her 16 years old niece, like two books. And I've told her that these are adult books about love, relationship. Like 16 is a little bit too early. And she said that, yes, I will present them to her for her 18th birthday, because every woman has to read them, and it will prevent her from so many dating mistakes if she will read these books at 18. So I was like surprised, but okay. And later on, like actually many people were reaching out like, can you sign the book, I want to buy it to my daughter. So I was surprised. And I have a fan from Chernigov, and she actually has traveled to the presentation with her several female friends. They have rented a tiny bus to get to Kharkov to meet with me in person, and she keeps ordering books for all her female friends because like she said that, oh, that girl, she has such a really toxic relationship with her husband, she has to read it. Or this girl, she can't meet someone nice, she has to read it. So such situations inspire. I didn't have problems writing the book. I was afraid to share my thoughts with the world, because I didn't know if people will understand my type of humor, my preference in sarcasm, and my attitude to relationship and to love in general. I wanted to know the only office address. Also, may I receive an invitation to visit your company, my lady? It is not a secret. You can find our address at our website at Diolli.com. So it's they are telling that I don't have much battery. So you can find the address at Diolli.com website, and we work from Monday till Friday from 12 till 7 p.m. So in the morning, Cupids are off duty. We work from 12 till 7 p.m. for last 8 years, I think, because we work with people from different time zones, and these time frames, they are the best. And usually ladies who come for interviews, they come to our office either after work or during their lunch breaks. So also this time works best. Paper letter is the worst way to lose money. Well, some people play online casinos, they use online casinos, they gamble there. Other people drink beer and they slowly kill themselves or with smoking. Some people use paper letter. I can't tell that it's a complete waste, because at some websites, for example, I was actually doing videos for, and I have written several articles for, I think it was Ukraine Brides Agency or something like that. What I like about them, they don't register ladies under 25, and I have talked to an owner, and he is really passionate about what he does. So I don't know their process, so I can't tell more. But with people at dating sites like some dream beautiful hot Russian brides or stuff like that, it's a waste of time. If you want to brush your ego with the fact that you can get like letters from girls who are like 20 or 30 years younger, even not from girls, from photos that are photoshopped, then go for it if you can't find a healthier way to brush your ego. But if you are looking for a relationship, that's not the place. That's definitely not the place. It's like going to a strip club and believing that every dancer is dancing only for you and she is in love with you. So yes, that's a waste of time. Dear Svetlana, are you married? Yes, I'm happily married. Have a ring on my finger. I'm married for 4 years, and we have been dating before that for 3 years. So 7 years in total in relationship. And I have a little baby daughter. She is almost 3 years old. Is your book only available in Ukraine or many other Russian-speaking countries? It is officially sold only in Ukraine, but people buy it in Russia as well, and they like every week we get an email or a message that can you please send it to Belarus or to Russia or to Kazakhstan, and even like Russian-speaking diaspora in the United States. The lady has posted a photo on Facebook not so long ago, my book on the Statue of Liberty. I have no idea how she got it, but Taisia, if you're watching this, like, thank you. I have befriended you on Facebook. Thank you for the picture. So maybe with the second book in autumn, I will sign some contracts with Russian bookstores, and maybe we will sell it in Russia. Who knows? For now, I'm happy with what we do in Ukraine. I haven't expected that we will have to to actually print more books, because I remember the first book, like I was thinking like to sell several thousands of books, like how can you do that? Nobody knows me, like I'm not a famous author, and then out of a sudden, like the books were sold out, like literally. People are asking like, can we buy one? And like, no, we have to publish, we have to print more, and then the second one. So it's an exciting process. I feel very happy and really blessed to find my readers, like people who understand my vision about life in general, about love, and of course my sense of humor. Do you get along with your employees? Yes, we are one really tight team, and usually when we look for a new member, like for example when we're looking for a second psychologist, it took us literally months to find someone who can become a part of our team, because except from being like truly professional and having all the like soft skills and of course all the necessary professional skills, it has to be a person who can become part of our team. Even our driver who drives our clients to the dates and from the dates, when you ask him like what do you do for a living, he will tell you that he's a cupid. So we are truly passionate about what we do. What else? Thanks for staying active. Keep up the good work. Joining hearts across the nations can't be easy. Yes, it's definitely an exciting process and not an easy one. But I can honestly tell you that it feels so good when you travel to the other side of the planet and before the COVID, like for example, to China, Guangzhou, and there is a couple we have introduced. For example, when I fly to New York, there are like many couples whom we have introduced, and I want to meet everyone. And in Europe, like in all big cities, like in all capitals, there are couples we have introduced over the years, so it feels good. And especially when now, for example, 3 couples we have introduced like years ago, they are pregnant and looking forward to become parents, and you see these photos, pregnant photos or photos with the babies, and you're like, oh, I have helped them meet, so it feels so good, very rewarding. uh, do you have beautiful ladies on your database? If yes, please share some pictures, then I will choose someone. No, it doesn't work like that. We don't do catalogs of brides and stuff like that. You can look at pretty pictures in Google nowadays. Like, you don't even have to buy a special magazine to look at pretty pictures. So when the gentleman wants to become our client, we do an interview. By the way, first interview with the matchmaker is always free, and I conduct all first interviews within the last 13 years. I think I have missed 2. I was giving birth to my daughter, like Katerina, our executive director, did the interviews back then. And after that interview, we understand a little bit who the gentleman is, what he is looking for, like reasons why he is looking for international dating and possible direction. And if you understand that we can introduce a gentleman to a lady he is looking for, and he shares our values, and his expectations match the expectations what our female members expect from us, then we will take him as a client, and only later on we will do the introductions. There is no sense to show the catalog of pretty pictures, because there is no guarantee, first of all, that you share long-term goals with any of those pictures, that you're looking for similar scenes, that those pretty pictures will actually choose you back. So no, we don't do that. In Ukraine, how much do people marry for love and happiness versus marriages for creating family and responsibility duty to that family? I think that people marry for love. Of course, when you are 19 and she is 19, I would call it marrying for lust, maybe. Such young marriages, they are seldom lasting. If you're asking if people do marriages of conveniences, like in all countries, I have been on a vacation with my family, and we have met there a couple. The gentleman was obviously in his 60s or maybe late 50s, and the lady was like maybe 25 or 26. They were on the vacation with a babysitter, with a nanny, and with a child, and the lady, she was all like covered in that Cartier jewelry, and they were from Ukraine, from Kiev. So in their case, I don't know that couple, but I think that part of the reasons, partly like why she is in love with him, is the fact that he can provide a really good life for her. Such couples exist in all countries, but majority of people around me, like my acquaintance, and I have a huge circle of friends. I have to have lots of connection to be able to recruit new members into our database. People marry for love. So if you believe the stereotype that all Ukrainian women want to marry to get a green card and to move to United States, like, get over yourself. I'm telling this to people from United States who are watching it. It's not the case. To choose international dating for all the right reasons is to choose a romantic adventure, something special, a unique chance to have very unusual, unique start of your relationship. And such a unique start can truly add more flavors, and you will have a totally different level of romance in your relationship, and the feeling of novelty as well. Why Diolli service are expensive? Matchmaking is expensive. Why? First of all, I'm not even talking right now about getting all the matchmaking licenses, and we're getting them in New York. I have 2 professional psychologists in the team, full-time employees, an executive director, 2 managers, a graphic designer, an operator, a driver, and our office is located in a really nice office building. So also try to count how much we spend into hosting all the events for ladies to attract only good candidates into our database, because it's also such a cliche or such a misunderstanding that all women want to register at dating agencies and to move abroad. Actually, no. There is such a huge prejudice because of those paperless dating sites that a dating agency is something dirty. So we have to invest a lot into our marketing to show that no, it is not something dirty, nasty. Like all those paperless dating sites, that we do a really professional, really serious work, and we are here to stay, and we can truly help change your life. So that's what we do. And also try to count the hours our team, like two psychologists, myself, executive director, and the manager, invest into interviewing all the candidates. Because usually to set a client on one date, we end up interviewing about 20 ladies. So it's about 20 hours of pure work just on interviews. And also like add there like literally like 3 hours of the work of our gentleman, sorry, of our manager, who will actually call, schedule those interviews, reschedule if the lady wants to reschedule, and make sure that she travels to our office. And even like to cook cappuccino, to make cappuccino for all those girls. So that's pricey, and all those hours of interviews. So when we get a client, complicated client, tricky one, for example, who wants to date much younger, like 15 years younger, usually out of 30 candidates who match all the criteria, like one girl whom we choose and who agrees for such a big age gap. 30, yes. So to set a client on 3 dates, it will be approximately 100 of people whom we have already attracted into our database and have invited for the interviews. So that's lots of work. Привет. If this is your first live broadcast, can you subscribe to receive notifications and updates? Yes, please do that. I can't promise to make them like every week. I will try to be online more often. Because usually like weekends, Fridays, we're always busy scheduling dates, because usually every weekend and Friday our clients are going out on dates and we have to get the feedback after the dates. So all cupids are on duty, and during the working week, interviews, creating content, writing books. But I love our YouTube community, and I definitely will try to be online more often. Maybe once per month we can do that. We can schedule the time that will work for most of our subscribers. By the way, thank you so much for like being active, asking questions, pressing the like button, subscribing. Truly, your questions, they inspire us to create new content. Like usually when I'm thinking about the new video, first of all, I go through my notes, because after all the failures during the dates, mistakes that people tend to make, questions that I get during the interviews with potential clients and later on with clients, I write down topics that I want to cover. Also, we receive many emails. Thank you so much for those of you who actually email us or write in Instagram and Facebook direct messages. If, for example, we receive a certain link to a certain video like more than 5 times, like with 90 Day Fiance, we have decided to cover it up in the video, because like 5 times per 1 week, 5 different people have sent us the same link to ask our opinion about it. And of course, comments below our videos. I go through all of them together with our manager, and we pre-select most interesting questions. Paper letter is definitely not the way to go, and these big group dating events, at least for me, is a stink. No, those events look so cheesy. I think matchmaking companies like yours are the best. Thank you. Thank you. I know that you have been watching us for a while, and thank you for your flowers. We have the best followers ever, because from time to time we receive flowers, chocolates in the office, and we all feel so special. So thank you. By the way, yesterday, girl, or our ex-female client, she's now happily engaged and waiting for a chance to actually travel to Australia to reunite with her fiance. She has baked several cakes for us already, and it's interesting. She always comes with a cake, like the chocolate one. It was delicious, and she has written Diolli on top of it. So we have best clients, best subscribers. We love you dearly. You are truly the inspiration. Regarding speed dating events, if I would have to choose between people at dating sites and speed dating events, I would choose speed dating events because it is offline and at least you can talk to real people and see their reaction to what you are saying, how you're saying. You will see which ladies approach you. But I don't like this format when you have like 10 guys and 100 of women. I find it unnatural. And for me, it is hard to imagine the type of personality of a woman who would like to attend an event like that, knowing that there will be like 100 of women and only 10 guys. Like, to achieve what? To compete for that attention, to have free food, free meal. It's when I interview ladies for our clients, and a lady is, for example, telling me that, oh, he will have 3 days with 3 different women, I don't want to be part of the competition, and it is a quite common situation. So that's a normal, natural reaction, but 100 ladies and 10 guys. And also, like, these events, they're not age appropriate. So you can see men who are, like, obviously in their 60s, 50s, 40s, and girls who are, like, in their late teens, 30s, 40s. So for me, it doesn't look efficient, but speed dating, like traditional speed dating, when you meet new people, talk to new people, it's a good opportunity to improve your flirting skills and to actually talk to real people. And also, I like dating events when, for example, there's a wine tasting and there are like 5 guys, 5 women, for example, a cooking class, and they all are single. So everything where you will meet real people offline is a good idea. Based on your experience, what Ukrainian girl are being attracted for? Do you mean which qualities in a man attract them? If you are talking about girls in their early 20s, then good looks. When she is 22, it is enough that he is like tall, has big biceps and tattoos on his forearms, and rides a bike. Just kidding, but partly for the majority of very young girls, it will be like good reasons enough to actually fall for him, to date him. Of course, there will be smart girls who will be attracted to the fact that he is goal-oriented, hardworking, that he knows what he wants. If we are talking about other age groups, then there will be other qualities. Women who want to get married officially, and in Ukraine, in our society, women tend to be willing to get married officially, to have that ring on their finger, to create a family, to have kids. Then they will be looking for someone family oriented, someone who is looking for marriage, someone who wants to have kids. Different ladies have their different preferences. For the majority of ladies, it will be important that he is kind. And of course, like good sense of humor, it's always a good thing. But well, for one lady, it will be important that he has read Chekhov or read Dostoevsky because that's her scene, or he's well educated, like has a PhD because she has a PhD. For another lady, it will be more important that he eats healthy and works out 4 times per week. So it's very individual. So when people claim that, oh, Ukrainian women are materialistic, there are materialistic women in all countries. So of course, nobody wants to date a man who is like super greedy, like in a sense, when you go out with him and he tells you that don't order more than a cup of coffee. I'm sure that nobody wants to date such a person. And or for example, you all have maybe such a friend when there is a group of friends and you try to split the bill and he tells that, oh, I haven't eaten the bread, so please count the bread out of it, I'm not paying for that. So nobody wants to date a guy like that. And also nobody wants to date a negative person. Like on a date, we all want to get positive emotions. And when a person is negative all the time. Of course, it is impossible to be smiling and optimistic all the time. Life brings lemons from time to time, but naturally optimistic people tend to attract more people. A negative person who is gloomy, upset about little things, stupid things, people try to avoid them, the smart people. Once a month would be fine. You are coming across to this small audience very well. Thank you. Guys, do you like this format? Should I do more streams like that? And by the way, please share like where you are from, so that we could choose the time zone, the time that will work for all time zones. Because I know that Australia, United States, Europe is watching us, so it's the world is getting smaller, but still there are time zones, and we have to consider them. I'm from the United States. I just turned 30, but I was raised by my grandparents and was raised that people marry to create family. Family is the goal, raising children, and love is a byproduct, not the goal. Well, love surrounds us in everything we do. Um, Grandparents that read to their grandchildren, that do it out of love. When you teach your child how to hold the spoon or how to ride a bicycle, you also do it out of love. Of course, people often romanticize too much relationship, in a sense that, okay, our magical love will conquer all the obstacles. You know this saying, it's from a German language, that when you have nothing to eat, love dies first. So, of course, when you are 19 and you believe that, okay, your magical love will conquer your all the obstacles, but then the bills arrive and you have to take adult decisions, then I'm sure very soon you will start hating your partner. Like in Ukraine, it's very similar. In our society, people still believe that you have to get married, you have to have children, you have to do it like step by step. What I like, the trend to marry very young, it has changed. And nowadays in big cities, like average age for women to get married is about 26, 27, which is fantastic, because like at 19, like when you're a horny teenager, what can you understand about love and relationship? How can you pick your partner? Because she has blue eyes and he looks good in that leather jacket. So yes, people want to get married in Ukraine, and men and women, it's a stereotype that Ukrainian men don't want to get married. Trust me, that's not the case. So people want to get married, and the majority of ladies whom I interview daily, they want to have kids. We have a client who wants to meet a lady who doesn't want to have children, so he's a child free. And it is a challenge to meet a Ukrainian woman that doesn't want to have kids. That's truly a challenge, because in our society, a family is a unit, like a man, a woman, and kids. Of course, if we are talking about, for example, a couple when she is in her late 40s, he's in his late 40s, they are divorced and their kids from first marriage are in college and they don't want to have more children, that's another scenario. But if we are talking about ladies and gentlemen who are in their early 30s or late 20s, in the majority of cases, they want to have kids. It's interesting. Like, can you tell David Jones, why international dating? What caught your attention in international dating? Why not to date locally in the US? I'm from the US. I would be interested in relocating to Ukraine to live and work, and there are women looking for such a situation. Yes, it's actually like a big plus, because, like I have mentioned, for the majority of women, like relocating is not the case, and our database for local matchmaking, it's actually bigger than our database for international matchmaking, because most people, of course, they want to meet someone locally because they have their lives here, careers here, businesses here, and they're not ready to relocate. Women who are ready to relocate for a man for the right reasons, they are usually very romantic, very adventurous in a good sense, and very open-minded. You have to have good reasons why you're open to international dating, why you are ready to change your life so drastically. We did work with gentlemen who have relocated to Ukraine. We have worked with couples. For example, our couple got married actually during COVID, and he's from UK, she's from Ukraine, but they have both decided to live in Portugal. They have retired there. I have worked with a couple. He's from the United States, the lady is from Ukraine. They both are university professors, now retired, and they have retired in Thailand and live there. So international couples like traveling, exploring new cultures, it's part of appeal. Since why I originally started looking to marry abroad, because I have a family as a goal, not love, but love as a result of partnership. It's more traditional, not convenience or ego, or to date younger. Uh, every relationship should be based on smart love. Like I have mentioned, where you invest your love, you invest your life. So trying to choose a life partner just because he or she is good in bed, or you find him or her like physically attractive, that's so short term. You have to be smart about your choices. You have to be smart when you choose a person in whom you will invest your love. You have to make sure that your long-term goals are the same, that your values align, that even your attitude to vacation time is the same. Because if you like spending vacations like hiking mountains and stargazing by the tent, and she likes going to museums and theaters in the city and going out for drinks, then you will have a problem. So you have to be on the same page about so many things. And of course, you have to be smart about your choice, because later on, being smart and being attentive to details, to all the right reasons, will pay off, because you will have a really harmonious, healthy relationship filled with love and romance. Relationship is a process. Two people work to make it feel good, to make it functional, to make it happy and healthy. I like it very much, very personalized. Thank you. Thanks, Svetlana, for sharing such information. One time I will travel to Ukraine and I will plan to stay there for 15 days. Do you think I can find a girl for marriage during this short period? It depends. It depends how you will look for that girl. If you want to travel and walk the streets, like your chances are very slim, especially a foreigner who will start to talk to local girls. They can think that you are like a sex tourist or something. If you hire a matchmaker, then we recommend our clients to travel for the first time for 7-8 days, so that we can schedule first dates with several ladies, 3, maybe 4, and you can manage to have first dates, second dates, and get a very like initial attraction, and then continue uh, talking by Skype or phone once you return back home. And then you will have to travel back in about a month and a half, 2 months, to spend more time with the lady with whom your connection will grow stronger. 15 days, if you will travel and try to find matches on Tinder and have like 5 dates per day, you will feel exhausted, and you will feel turned off after doing it for 4 or 5 days. I have seen these guys, they come to our office disappointed, saying that, oh, I have been using Tinder, paper letter, all these, and I have met 20 people, and I'm still single. And when you start asking them about these 20 people, he doesn't even remember the names, because it's all like a blur to him. So 15 days you can explore their country. If you want to do it on your own, good idea is to sign for a summer language class. So for several months, because there will be other foreigners in the school, and there will be students who learn English in the same school, and maybe you will get to mingle with those students. But again, a lot depends on your age. If you are in your 60s, I wouldn't recommend you doing that, because you will be surrounded by people in their 20s, 30s, and they will think of you as a funny grandpa and not a dating material. Like 35, 40 years of an age gap, that's a lot. I agree, David Jones. Thanks for sharing. I feel likewise. International dating in Ukraine is so much better than dating locally. It's different mentality in Ukraine to get to learn a new culture. Also, the Ukrainian accent is very sexy. Thank you. Дякую. I can speak Ukrainian, but I live in the east of Ukraine and we speak Russian language here. Though if you compare like Russian language in Ukraine to Russian language in Russia, it sounds different. It's like English in Australia and English in the US. So you tend to use different words, word combinations. So when you hear a person speaking Russian somewhere abroad, you can tell at once that she is from Belarus, or she is from Kiev, or she is from Kharkov, or she is from Russia. Pennsylvania, United States. 3:09 p.m. Currently, this is great setting, and the ability to have exchange with you is much appreciated and informative. Keep them coming. Blessings and prayers to all. Thank you. I will really try to do more live streams for you if you really like them. Do Ukrainian ladies prefer black guys than white men? It will be not for everyone. We have worked with several black gentlemen, and one of our clients has engaged this year. And actually, for them, like they will get the K1 visa so soon. But his fiancée, she's a painter, a quite successful one, and her exhibitions have been in Europe. So I think that this has something to do with the fact that they have invited her for interview so quickly. Not all ladies will find you attractive. Some ladies will find you exotic, but it's similar. It's like some people prefer like lighter skin tone, like blue eyes and blonde hair. And when you show to a lady a guy who has brown eyes and, for example, red hair, she will say that, oh, he's not my type. So it's not for everyone, but yes, there will be ladies who will find you super handsome. That's great. I'm a pilot and my pilot license is not valid in Ukraine, so I will have to find another profession. Are there jobs that pay well that I could support myself and potential wife? A lot depends on the type of the job that you are willing to take. So, like in all countries, it will be a different thing if you will be working as a waiter in a tiny cafe, or if you will teach in the university, or if you will be, for example, a computer engineer for a big IT company, or you will swipe the floors. So it's different. A lot depends what type of the job you are looking for, and you can check if, for example, you can prove your license in Ukraine. With some professions, you have to pass the exam, and then you can work. Several clients of mine who have married abroad, like a lady, she's a dentist in Israel. She even didn't have to pass the language exam. So they have proved all her grades and all her diplomas. And in the United States, a client of mine, also a dentist, she had to pass a language exam in English to prove that she can speak the language. Which makes sense, you have to understand the patients. And do all the Ukrainian ladies like guys strong in sex, or it doesn't matter? Do you like women that are strong in sex, or it doesn't matter? I started looking abroad because as I grew older, I realized that being raised by my grandparents gave me older, more traditional beliefs, and I'm looking for a woman partner to complement that. Traditional guys with good manners who know that they have to help the lady sit or stand in the restaurant or put on her coat. If you're speaking about traditional manners, of course it will be a huge bonus. Like ladies like that, and good manners, they unfortunately are getting more rare nowadays, but women love that. You have a great thing going on. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's an unusual experience to be talking to a phone, but with all your questions, I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. I feel like I'm talking to you, and it's a nice thing. I will have a sip of tea. If there are any topics that you would like us to cover in the upcoming videos, please write them in the comments below this live stream, and we will do more videos. And by the way, did you know that we have a podcast? I think we did like about 20 podcasts so far, or it's hard to pronounce since it's 10 p.m. here, like 20 minutes past 10. And I have filmed 2 videos today for you, and our operator will put them together, and you will see them. I'm wearing the same blue dress in a few weeks. Will beautiful Ukrainian lady marry waiter man? Yes, there are many waiters that are married. Why not? Of course, if you won't aim for a lady who owns her own business and drives a brand new Tesla, brand new Lexus, then you can definitely date a lady who works in the similar field or in another field. But still, you have to be on the same page about family, relationship, about money, what is worth spending money and what is not worth spending money. Because sometimes guys choose to chase women that are well off, well dressed, they have invested lots of money into their looks because they earn well, and then these guys, they feel offended that, oh, this woman are high maintenance, she wanted to go to an expensive restaurant because that's the place she normally eats her lunch at or goes out with her friends in the evening. So if you believe like spending like lots of money on a Prada bag is insane, and you would actually prefer to save this money for a family vacation or for a college fund for your future kids, then don't choose a lady who owns 2 or 3 Prada bags. Choose a lady who thinks it's crazy and it is better to spend this money on a vacation. Thank you, Svetlana, to answer my 9 questions. Have a good end of a day ahead. Warm kisses. Thank you. Guys, I think I can take 2 more questions and then I will wish you a great day and will read maybe a few pages and check my email and go to bed. Thank you so much for being with me. It was so nice chatting to all of you from all around the world. International dating is unique, and people who choose it, like all clients I have worked with over the years, they are truly unique, fantastic, very romantic people. And all love stories, international dating stories, they are truly unique, exceptionally romantic. Though, of course, for some people, meeting someone who lives next door is also a good scene. Nordin Okli, by now. By now, you haven't mentioned where you are from, by the way. Your last name sounds Turkish to me. In Turkish, I know just merhaba. Also in Turkish, I know lütfen bir bardak su. When I travel, I like to learn a few phrases. Thank you, Svetlana. I got to watch live your show. Oh, thank you for joining us. You mentioned past postcards. Where are they? Could you publish a link in a future email? Yes, we can do that. You can just at SoundCloud or in Apple Podcast, you can just dial Diolli and you will find it there. And pretty often myself, Katerina and Alessa, we answer questions. So we receive an email from our subscriber, we read it and answer it in the podcast, or we discuss a certain topic. So the last one was live last week, and I think I will publish one tomorrow. So just dial Diolli in SoundCloud or in Apple Podcast, and you will find it there. But I will share the link below this video after we are done. It would be nice if you could leave some comments on our podcasts to find out if you like that format, if you want other topics. Your feedback is always super welcomed. So all feedback, we truly cherish it because it helps us, first of all, to understand if we are moving in the right direction, if the content that we make is actually useful to our subscribers, if it is of value. And also we see directions, which topics to cover and where to go. You nearly doubled your audience in the past hour. Congratulations. Thank you. I was not thinking about that, to be honest. I just wanted to talk to you about my books, and there were so many questions about that hen and will the book be in English? So I was thinking, okay, I will film the video real quickly, and then I thought, why not to talk to our subscribers live? Guy, thank you for being with me. I really appreciate that you're so active. I like the live platform. Thank you for answering my questions. You're welcome. Thanks, Svetlana, for all the great work that you do, for the inspiration, and for all the dating tips. Have a good evening. До свидания. I wish you all a great night. In Ukrainian, we say добраніч. I will post more information on our YouTube channel when we will do the next live. I wish you all love. Have a wonderful continuation of the day and the great evening and the great night. Thank you for watching. Bye.